Today I wanted to go over some of the new features and improved functionality of our upgraded web-based catalog. First off, to get there from GAM's homepage, simply click Online Catalog, which is in the top navigation bar. From here you'll see our main product groups, our gear reducers, our couplings, and our LSK, our linear slide kits. So that's the first feature I wanted to go over, so let's get right into that. Click the icon. So the LSK portion of the catalog has the same general look and feel as the rest of the catalog. It lists out every part number we have currently available, and right now there's about 458. And just like the rest of the catalog, you can narrow this list down based on your parameters. So if you knew what size you're using, you can narrow down by that. If you knew what torque you needed, you can narrow that list down that way. But we felt it'd be useful to be able to narrow down by what actuator you're using. So let's say, for example, we're using a Bosch CKK 15110. We'll select that from the drop-down menu, and it basically eliminated all of the other models that don't match up. So there's about 6 models that are made to mount up to that CKK 15110. So let's just click this one, for example. It takes us to the part detail page. It's going to give you the A and B dimensions and show you the specs for that particular LSK size. So LSK 3.1, it's going to say that it's mounting to a Bosch, what actuator, what coupling type, what's the torque, and give you some of the stiffness values and whatnot. So you can also see, this is the next feature I wanted to go over, is that we now have our motor drop-down menu here. So we have approximately 60 motor manufacturers and over 2,000 models, where it's going to auto-populate the mounting dimensions of the motor that you're selecting. So let's say we're going to mount to a Siemens motor, and 1FK7033. It's going to put those dimensions in here, whereas the previous version you had to manually enter those in. So it's a nice new feature. Another good feature about this is that the system eliminates any motors that will not fit onto the LSK or the gearbox based on the shaft diameter. So all the motors that are listed here and here, they have a shaft diameter that is less than or equal to what is listed for that particular part number, which is nice. It just speeds up the process for a customer to get their product configured properly. But you still also have the ability to manually enter dimensions if the motor's not in there. So from there, the customer can click to get a quote. They can click to just view the 3D model, or they can actually download the model. So let's do that. Let's click our CAD format. We'll pick Step and click Download CAD Model. So if you've never registered before, you're going to have to do this one time. Just put your email address in, and then a few other bits of information. But if you've registered before, all you have to do is put your email address in. No password or anything. Click Sign In. And you just have to do this once, and just as long as you don't clear your browsing history, it will remember that you've been here, so you don't have to enter that again, which is pretty nice. So once it's finished downloading, you can just click Download CAD Model as normal, but one of the new features is a drag and drop system. So you just click the link and pull over. If I had SolidWorks up, you can just pull it right into the SolidWorks, choose where you want the file to be saved at, and it unzips it for you. It just really speeds up the time it takes to get these models designed in, which is nice. So let's see what this looks like. So here's what the LSK model looks like. So the next new feature I wanted to go over is the compare option. So let's get back into the main part of the catalog, and let's try gear reducers this time. We'll pick an inline, highest precision, we'll do a shaft output, and let's pick the SPL. So from here you have the ability to compare up to 6 part numbers by clicking right here. So we can compare 3:1, a 5:1, a 10:1, and let's say a 70:1. Click the compare button right here, and it's going to line all of them up side by side, and it's going to highlight any differences in red. So you can see the ratios are obviously different, so they're red, and we've got different torque values. So 26 is different than 32, so you can compare and see which one would work better for your application. So from here, let's say the 5-to-1 is going to work well enough. We'll click that. Takes us to the part detail page, and same kind of format. But now we've also have that option. Let's say we decided that this isn't going to cut it. Over here we have a compare and upgrade link that is going to compare the next product higher. So we've got the SPH. So and it compares the equivalent SPH. So we've got a SPH 65-to-1 compared to an SPLW 65-to-1, and you can see the technical differences between the two. So this is a really great feature to make sure the customer can really see side by side the differences of the products and make sure they get the right one for their application. This option is pretty interactive, so if you look at this link structure up here, if you wanted, you could add another part in there. You just make sure you have to put the right part number in there. So let's say we put EPL W064 005G, click enter, and now we're comparing 3 gearboxes and side by side. So again, just another feature that we felt is going to help the whole customer experience, and we're pretty happy with it.